I'm on my way to the airport. Gonna fly to Chicago to drive Allie's Got Grit and What a Lady, What a Night and a couple others tonight. But I want to get my videos done because I don't know when I'll have a chance to do them otherwise. I'm going to start with the racehorses. We didn't get any racehorses yesterday. I tried. I think I bid. I literally got my hand up on 2, but attempted to bid on 7. Not successful in any of them. It just went high. It went really high. So, you know, we talk about how the markets, for the most part, in horse racing kind of move like an ocean. The prices were a little high, in my estimation, yesterday. But what will happen, mark my words, people will see those high numbers and say, well, that horse got this, so I'm going to put my horse on gate or preferred. And I don't think you're going to see quite the strength maybe you saw yesterday. And the more that are added, the more diluted that its own market becomes, right? The supply and demand. If 5 similar horses are listed on gate or preferred, you're going to see the prices for all of them kind of dip a little bit, and that's where we want to be, right? It wasn't like I had to have any of those 7 horses yesterday. I liked them all. There was a couple of them that went kind of where I wanted, but I didn't really feel like I wanted to pay a seller's price for a horse at the end of its 3-year-old season. I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to get a fair market or a buyer's price if I could, but I wasn't paying seller's prices, especially seller's plus, which it felt like to me. Now, we'll start with our horses. Brace for Landing, Train Good today. Has the rail at the Meadows on, must be Wednesday. He's got the rail. Save America has been racing great. Admittedly a little flat the other day, but this is a horse that we gave a week off because he was coming off the virus. A couple of horses got a little bit of something, a little bit of a virus, and you could see it in their overall work this week. Spitfire Overseas, again, there's another horse. He needs to work into shape, right? I think he's a little overweight and just needs to work his way into shape, I believe, and he'll be just fine. Tactical Mounds last night was a little bit sick, did show a little bit of blood, a little bit of redness, but with the end of that series coming up, which I don't think she made the final, and then the TVG coming up, you know, I spoke to Megan. I'm sure Megan will speak to Rick, and I'll speak to everybody and just say, if she's mine, I pull the shoes off her. She's done for the year. She's in foal to Walnut, first part of March. That's what I would do if Tactical Mounts was mine. Taxon Soprano, I don't know what we're going to do with this guy. He drew bad. Anytime you take him back, he's going to sulk a little bit. He didn't race well last night. I'd like to see him draw inside in a softer field to see if we can get this guy back on the rails. And I think we're going to have to defer any sort of judgment or any concern or critiques until the horse gets in a spot he can do some good and a position he can do good also. All Gas No Brakes back at it on Monday. Actually picked a win off 5 weeks layoff. So 1, a good class, and 2, maybe people know that usually when we bring our horses to the track, they're ready to go. He's schooled in 58, I believe. He trained up this week. Dominic says he's ready to go. James is going to approach the race in a conservative fashion, as he generally does, but should be fine, I would imagine. Greatest Ending, it wasn't really fair to let's put him in the open. I guess that's the only place they could put him fairly. I didn't realize he'd made that much money last 5 or 6, so he'll eventually start to descend through the classes a little bit, and at that point we'll get him back on track. But there's no need to have him all systems go when you're going to get your face beat in the open anyway. When they're going to go in 50, 51 in front of you, and you're not ready to do that, it's a tough ask. I think Brett did the right thing. Take him back to the back, race the horse, get a good mile under him. Hopefully he drops down a little bit over the next little while, and we can start moving him quick. JK Victory's got to come out of the field in another week or so, I believe. We'll get him back moving. Looks like Money is in a good class. I think he's picked to win on Monday, so that's good. Neptune is beginning to train back again now. He did took that virus kind of hard, but not unexpected. I did kind of wonder, hey, how would the horse from the other hemisphere be when he saw all these different viruses? I think we did the right thing. Just leave him alone for a couple of weeks and just let him get over it on his own. I believe he is good now and beginning to train. Rock Shining Star will be dipping in class, and I suspect he'll be fine his next start. 3 Point Blue Chip raced good. He should have won, but he raced decent enough that I wouldn't be upset. Troisa, again, same thing as Neptune, back starting to train now. Yo Mister is in the burn in Ohio right now. I understand it's been a long time coming. I've hoped that, whether it was just pricing him or putting him in where he belonged, that we would be able to find a spot for Yo Mister to race a little, even remotely consistently. And it's not his fault. The classes just weren't filling in such a way that it was beneficial to us in Ontario. So we simply moved him. So Yo Mister is in Ohio right now. We're planning on racing him in Dayton next week. We'll see how that plays out. Chevron's Bypass is in tomorrow. I'm excited to race her. She bled her last start, so we worked diligently to get her dried up, cleaned up, and prepared for tomorrow night's race. Why does she not show in full? Of course she's in full. Delicious Stone DK, I believe this week will be a huge tell for him. Is he going to be okay? The surgery, I would imagine the sutures and any sort of inflammation is starting to dissipate this week, and we'll be able to move him a little bit and see how he feels. And Patrick De Piranha was a winner in his last start. Really, really pleased to see Patrick De Piranha come out swinging. So with that is your racehorses. I'm going to start back quick with your 3-year-old, see if we can get all these videos done before I get to the airport in 10 miles. Take care.